Man, we're here. I'm just going to dump some gear and then go for a quick fish that way, see if I can get some dinner for tonight, and then we're going to make the climb up there. Well, that didn't take long. I got the one blue cod. 33 is the size limit. He's just over. Anyway, that afternoon breeze is picking up. I've got dinner, so I'm going to punch in, get up to the top of the cliff and set up camp. Alright, that's the first scramble done. Now, for the steep part, this is the line that I left last time. It's good to see it's still here. Hey. Three and a half minutes, record time. Alright, this should keep it nice and cool. The rock will stop it going anywhere. That's the fish in the bush fridge. It's time to go boil some water, have a coffee, and set up camp. But another one of the essentials I bring on these trips are these bad boys. Large prep pads. So my mate's actually in a wheelchair and he gets given these by the truckload for preparation of his whatever he has to do. And pretty much they are 70% isopropyl alcohol, IPA. So they're good for your first aid kit. They're good to take out hunting. You can clean up wounds if you get a wound. You can clean your hands if you after butchering an animal, if you've got no running water near you. And also in emergency situations or situations like this, they're amazing firelighters. So one of these and some relatively damp firewood and you'll get a fire going. So I'll just show you how these go. So one of those at the bottom, very bottom of the fire. And you can open them up for them to burn fast, or leave them folded up for a slower burn. So I usually leave it folded for a slower burn because it dries out the wood a bit first before it lights. And then you just reach in, light her up, whoo, and away she goes. And that's your fire lit. So as you can see, that fire is humming. So yeah, pretty good bit of kit. Cheers, Connor. But let's get this water on and get it boiling. That water's nearly boiled. Trying to make a coffee, and it's pretty hard to beat a coffee with cream in it, even if it is a brick dust coffee. It's the little things that count in the bush. Might as well use it all. Since that fire's on, I might as well get some more water to boil for later. Well, you wouldn't bloody read about it. You'll never guess what I just found down by the river. A bloody long johns from last time. They're a bit scungy, but man, I've been looking for these things for months, weeks. I accuse the missus of losing them because she always steals them and wears them. And yeah, the last place I would have thought they would be is here. But as I say, last time I was chased out by the weather and it was still pretty dark by the time I left. And I must have just overlooked that, but here they are, good as new. And I'm going to give them a wash in the river and hang them up to dry because I might need these later on. It's actually getting quite chilly. Bloody hell. Just sitting in the shade for a while. Oh, that's hot. Drinking my coffee, enjoying the view. I'm waiting for my shorts to dry because it's too hot to walk in these bad boys. And then go for a walk. So there's a few goats. So there's a few goats on the other side of this clearing. There's one over there, and I walked past one over there before. So I'll just get the scope on them, see if you can spot one. That one over there looks like quite a big billy, but that might be tomorrow morning's mission because I'm heading up a different gully at the moment. That's him. There's another one just up behind the pine tree to the right of him, but he's just gone out of sight. That was way too easy. Didn't want to shoot those guys. That has to have been the closest I've ever got to a field gate before. I was just cruising along this face and they were just there. Crazy. Surprised they didn't hear me. I wasn't being super quiet. Do have the wind in my favour, but that was pretty funny. I was just seeing how close I could get before I spooked them. Having the nice little nap they wear. Shot straight through. Take the back legs anyway, and now we're good for some jerky. I'll keep going around the corner, see if I can find some more. Man, it is unreal how thirsty I was right then. Feels so good to cool off. Actually feel pretty cold now. Get the Swanee back on, head back up to the clearings and have a chill out. Another belly. Oh, fuck. Forgot my earplugs, man. It's not good. It's really not good. Oh, he's in the water. He's a big boy. Having a real hard time dragging this guy out. He's got to be 100 kilos. I don't know. I really don't, but he's big. He is heavy, man. I'm just trying to get him out of the water because my camp is at the base of the stream. All the water running down is the drinking water I'll be drinking. Plus, if anyone else comes here and they drink down there, really don't want this guy rotting in the water, so I've got to get him out. And I can't really butcher him down here either because all the offal will get into the water, so I've just got to get him up this bank. But man, he is heavy. Yeah, I'm on a bit of kerfuffle what I'm going to do here. I might go back to my bag and see if I've got that rope See if I can lash it up around his horns and drag him up by the rope, because it's just so awkward trying to drag him out. Yeah, I don't know. He's huge. The horns on him. So it's almost, I don't know, that's probably two or 3 foot between the two tips of the horns, and they're at least a foot long each, so definitely the biggest billy I've shot. I'm not really a trophy hunter, but it is good to get these guys out of the ecosystem. They're a pest here in New Zealand, and they do a hell of a lot of damage. All these clearings that you see me walking through today, they all exist because of this goat population up here, and there's a shitload, really is a lot of them. They're causing issues with native vegetation all through the Marlborough Sounds. DOC isn't culling them anymore, so it's all volunteer work, volunteer hunters, and a lot of hunters won't shoot them because they're not worth the meat, you know, they're not that great eating. And once you fire your rifle, usually you've scared off all the deer or pigs in that area, so a lot of hunters will refrain from shooting these, and it just allows their population to explode. So from armpit, as you can see, from armpit to end of horns is pretty much an arm's length, so he's a big boy. Pretty tired, man, pretty tired. We'll see how we go with camping. Kind of want to go back and have a nice sleep in my own comfy bed, but that wind's pretty hard out, and I don't really, unless it dies down soon, I probably won't make the paddle, so we'll play it by ear. I'll get this head up in the tree, I'll go back down to camp and see what happens with the weather, I guess. Got the back legs off both bellies. I wasn't going to take the legs off that second belly, but I thought, you know, I might as well make use of the meat. I really don't like wasting meat, so we've got 4 back legs, and I'll be able to make those into jerky. You won't even be able to tell it's belly, so pretty happy with that. And I've got to make my way back down to camp, which is all the way down there in that grassy clearing. It's about 5:30, 6 o'clock now, so just going to get a move on. I'm pretty tired. Keen to go and chill out by camp and see how the rest of the night plays out. I've made the executive decision to make the paddle home. It's about 7 o'clock now, so I've got about 2 hours till sunset and about 2.5 till it gets really dark. Took me just over an hour to get here, be a bit slower on the way back just because I'm tired and because it's a bit sloppy out there. But it's not too bad. I'll get wet, but as soon as I get home I'll be warm again and I'll be able to dry off, so it's a risk I'm willing to take. So without wasting any more time, I'm going to get this packed up, grab some more water from the stream and head home. So safety first. Obviously I'm going to make a paddle now, so I'm just texting the missus to let her know that I'm leaving and what time I'm due back, because if I don't make it she can call search and rescue and they can come find me.